in their language, they don't differentiate between he or she in Zulu, and in a lot of the tribal languages. So as natives start to speak English, it's fun when they'll be referring to someone, a male as a she and a she as a he. So at first it threw me off, but then I got used to it, and I may have even done it sometimes. So they don't differentiate between he and she in their language, as well as, this is one of my favorites, a lot is not part of the tribal languages. So when you say, or really, I should say really, so if, for example, in English, if I were to say, I really enjoyed that food, kind of translated to a tribal language, it would be, that food was too much good. So they use the phrase too much. And so, you would say, this day has been too much good. So I love that, kind of those, how the phrases in the tribal languages get transferred to English. And I started saying things the way the natives said it, and they love it. So Zulu I had the most practice with, because my first two areas were Zulu. Actually, my second area was a language very similar to Zulu, and in that area, maybe 50% of the people spoke English. So not only did I have to learn a lot for typical door greetings and kind of figuring out where the parents were and things like that, but we had some translators helping us in those areas as well. If people were really interested in the gospel, they didn't know English, then we'd use translators. So I learned a lot of Zulu. And another fact as far as the Zulu language goes is a lot of missionaries in the mission know Zulu if they're from South Africa. So I had a lot of companions that spoke it as well. We have a Book of Mormon in Zulu, Setswana, and Afrikaans. So the Book of Mormon is Incwadi kaMormoni. There's some clicks in Zulu, I forgot to say that. So there's three main clicks. You have a C click, a Q click, and then you have an X click. So C is on the tip of your tongue, and then an X is like you're calling a horse. So, and then a Q is kind of the top of your mouth and the back. So it's so that's the hardest one for English missionaries to learn. So I'll say a sentence that kind of has all three of those clicks. Hopefully it's pretty good. So, for example, it would be, this is me bearing my testimony, basically. Incwadi kaMormoni ili iniso ingenka ingi tandaza futi umoy ngwele ufagazi umina. So through all that, I kind of said that the Book of Mormon is true, and I know that because I've prayed, and the Holy Ghost has told me it's true. So if a native heard that, it probably wouldn't sound very good, but I think the main message would get across. So it's fun to learn those clicks, and it's a very unique language. It comes from the Zulu tribe, which it came from Durban. I think the strongest influence of Zulu people in the language is around the Durban area. And there's another tribe called the Osa tribe, which has even more clicks than Zulu, but very similar. So Osa and Zulu people kind of come from that area, the Durban area. I don't know much of the history of the language. I wish I should know more.